If I were to say to you that yesterday night at 9 p.m. my car was parked inside my garage, then I walked away and then I came back and said that yesterday night at 9 p.m. my car was parked outside on the road, you might look at me and think, has he lost part of his mind? Does he know what he just said? That was a complete contradiction. Well, you'd be right in saying so, and this contradiction is what I want to focus on and unpack in this short video. The average person knows more or less what a contradiction is, and this car scenario is a classic example. What most people might not realize, however, is that the idea of a contradiction has its basis in one of the three fundamental laws of logic, the law of non-contradiction. So, what exactly is the law of non-contradiction? Well, it basically says that a statement, e.g., it is raining, cannot be both true and false in the same sense. The law effectively states that A cannot be both A and not A at the same time and in the same relationship. So let's look at a quick and easy example of this. If I say that the moon is made entirely out of cheese, and then I say after that the moon is not made entirely out of cheese, well, I've contradicted myself. Hence, I've gone against the law of non-contradiction. This is simple enough to understand. There's a second part to this law, the part that says at the same time and in the same relationship. This part of the law is there to set a kind of barrier on what a contradiction really is and isn't. So for example, if I say that I only own one pet and that is a cat, and then I say that I only own one pet and that is a dog, I've contradicted myself. However, if I say that when I was 10, I only owned one pet, which was a cat, and then I say that when I was 20, I only owned one pet, which was a dog. Now this isn't a contradiction, because the times that I owned each pet were different. One when I was 10 and the other when I was 20. How about the part that says, and in the same relationship? Well, for this, we can actually take an example from the Bible. The law of non-contradiction is seen in parts of the Old and New Testament. For example, in Exodus 33:20, God states that, "You cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live." So right here, God is establishing something to be the case for all time. Now here the apparent contradiction comes into play when we read a verse like this. So the Lord spoke to Moses face to face, as a man speaks to his friend, and he would return to the camp, but his servant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, did not depart from the tabernacle. So what's going on here? After Moses speaks to God, he doesn't die. Does this mean that God breaks his own law as well as the law of non-contradiction? Well, no, not at all. In fact, God doesn't break any of the laws. Let's read the entire scripture in context. So the Lord said to Moses, "I will also do this thing that you have spoken, for you have found grace in my sight, and I know you by name." And he, Moses, said, "Please show me your glory." Then he, God, said, "I will make all my goodness pass before you, and I will proclaim the name of the Lord before you. I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion." But he said, "You cannot see my face, for no man shall see me and live." What this all means is that when God says that you cannot see me face to face and live, he's speaking within a specific context and relationship, this being in his full glory. If God doesn't reveal his full glory to man, then man can speak to him face to face. So when Moses is speaking to God face to face in Exodus 33:11, God is not in full glory mode. However, in Exodus 33:18, Moses asks to see God in his full glory, and at that point God says that "I will now show you my full glory. However, you may not see me face to face like this, otherwise you will die." This is the reason why, when you read on, you see that God only shows his back to Moses when he passes by him in his full glory. The relationship has changed. So, in this passage, the law of non-contradiction is not broken. It's kept purely. You can speak to God face to face, but only within a certain relationship. Remember, theologically speaking, Jesus himself is said to be God, and he came to the earth and spoke with thousands of people face to face, and none of them died. So the law of non-contradiction is something that permeates reality, even becoming evident in the Old Testament Bible verses. The study of logic can be a really interesting thing. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video on contradictions and the law of non-contradiction. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll be back with more videos soon.